Hello everybody, it is Slinky here and welcome to a video where I just want to discuss everything we know about the supposed Assassin's Creed game that's going to be coming out in 2017. If you need a bit of a catch up with what's actually going on, there's a link on screen right now to my previous video where I actually discussed the first piece of information we got about this game. Okay, so the code name of the game is Empire, much like Victory was for Syndicate, or this might even end up being the final name of the game, but I doubt it. So Empire, I don't know much about Egyptian history, but I know that it has had a few empires in its time, maybe being ruled by the Romans and stuff like that. So this could be a really good idea, and it might actually narrow down what the exact setting might be. Now let's talk about the story. So obviously we know nothing specific about the story, but we have got a bit of information. We do know that it might be one character across a trilogy of games, and I will get into what those games will be later on the video, but it's also going to be a good idea because it's ancient Egypt, so obviously it's a prequel before Assassin's Creed 1, and so this means that things aren't as well documented, so the game doesn't have to be as this how it happened, this is what happened on the day, this what happened after, this how it was planned. It can be like, well, we have the general idea of what happened, but we can take liberties of how we do it, and that can actually extend to some really good mission design ideas. The game's missions don't have to suit what happened. The game can make its own decisions, and developers can kind of make it how they want to be and make really good missions. Because in my Syndicate review, I said that the game was incredibly repetitive. It was always go here, destroy 3 things, and then get out of there. I thought that was incredibly repetitive, but that's maybe because of how well documented the era actually was. So they can make their own little tweaks to it to make the game really exciting and fun to play. Now onto why the game actually got delayed till 2017, and I think there's 2 main reasons for that, and the biggest reason out of them all actually is Unity. Unity was one of the biggest reasons why Syndicate had to be a good game and why this one had to be delayed. It was so glitchy, and it actually made such a horrible reputation out of Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed franchise that it's pretty much changed how the next few years of Assassin's Creed is going to be set up. And the second reason, and it's still quite a big reason but doesn't really apply to me as much, but general gamers yes, and that is series fatigue. People are incredibly tired of the Assassin's Creed franchise, and after a long time of fans and general gamers telling them that they need to stop and take a break, Ubisoft have finally listened, apparently, that they need to stop making these games every year and have one out maybe every 1 to 2 years, or maybe even 3 years. Just having that break ensures that the game is actually going to be good and that it's going to be polished and it's going to be the best that it can be, but also it makes players not as bored with the game and makes them excited for the next one that would be 2 or 3 years down the line. And now back to what I said about the trilogy, and that supposedly this game is meant to span 3 different settings entirely, and that is ancient Egypt, ancient Greece and ancient Rome. This is a pretty good idea because, like I said before, it's going to be a trilogy but with one character, so it's going to be similar to the Ezio games where we get to know the character a lot better and maybe grow to like him the more we play it. So I'm looking forward to see if this actually does turn out to be a trilogy, so yeah, let's see what happens with that. Now the second last thing I want to talk about is that Watch Dogs 2 is actually meant to fit in where Assassin's Creed usually comes out, that is that late October, early November part of the year, so I'm interested to see if that actually does happen. And I'm kind of looking forward to Watch Dogs 2. I kind of liked Watch Dogs 1, I thought it had some pretty good ideas, so I just want to see if they've actually managed to improve over the formula of Watch Dogs. Now the final thing we actually have to talk about is that we're not going to have anything non-Assassin's Creed this year. Just remember that we have Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Russia coming out in January and February, and we do have the Assassin's Creed movie coming out. So Assassin's Creed isn't going to be completely absent from the year. We're still going to have something to do, something to watch regarding Assassin's Creed, so that's all I really have to say about this. I'm looking forward to see what happens over the next few days. Tell me what you think this down below. If you give a like in this video, that would be really helpful, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.